Welcome to Studio CWI Bracketology.
Welcome back to Studio CWI Bracketology, the March Madness show that's not really about basketball. This week, we have an update on our bracket standings, followed by a music video from one of our students, our very own Devlin Edwards. We're excited to get to that, but first we're going to throw it to Riley for our bracket standings.
Welcome back to the Bracket Bunker, where dreams go to die. If you followed Professor Dan Garrity's wave and took Gonzaga to win the championship, then you're sorely disappointed, as you are not going to win this thing. Before we get into our standings, let's talk about some honorable mentions. Tied for 38th is Governor Brad Little, who took Boise State to win all the way because he was worried about his re-election campaign. Sorry, Governor Little, better luck next year. Additionally, the Stars, they're just like us. Mandy Price, award-winning producer of the show Archive 81 on Netflix, check it out, is tied for 48th because she took Gonzaga. Sorry, Mandy, shouldn't have listened to Dan. Now to the standings. Beginning with the current CWI Students Division, two members of my very own Com 268 class lead the charge, that being Bailey Lupo at 1 and Joel Bernstein at 2. Shane Rose rounds out our top 3. In our CWI Staff Division, Professor Jim Gatfield, the head of the Com department, leads the way, followed by Maya Kelly, a math professor here at CWI, and rounding out our top 3 is Dan the Man Garrity, who took Gonzaga and still managed to squeeze out 3rd place. And lastly, the family and friends of Professor Dan Garrity division. Alex Lopez, a former CWI student, is in 1st place. Kelsey Rose, a former Boise State student of Professor Garrity's, is in 2nd. And Samantha Schwartz, a current BSU student, is in 3rd place.
Thanks for that update, Riley. I'm joined now by our very own Devlin Edwards, who is going to show us his music video.
She had no children, only dogs, and if you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream.
Tell me about the music video.
So we did the project on this. I didn't think of it as really a music video. I was more just like, you know, it's a video with music in it, and I wanted to make more of a, I guess you'd say, a horror slasher film with it, and that's what led me onto all that.
Okay. You went more of a creepy tone with it. What sort of inspired you to do that?
I like to be scary at times, and sometimes I like videos that have a bit of like a scary story to tell, or or slasher film like that. I love slasher films, and so when the whole idea came to mind, I was like, "Yep, I want to do that," especially when we get through songs and stuff.
Awesome. And what did you learn throughout this whole process?
Well, I guess what I would learn is that, making a music video or making any kind of video in general is pretty fun, especially with other people that you can work well with. And of course, picking locations, you need to know like what a good location is, like to go make the recording, or else you're gonna end up at a place where you maybe shouldn't be making a video at, which would lead to some funny stories in the future.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you so much for showing us your video. And thank you all for joining us for this week's episode of Studio CWI Bracketology. We'll see you next week.